Hey, truck rides here at goHUNT.com. I'm here in my basement, my archery, my little archery cave. Today I have a gear review for 3 new releases that we carry in the gear shop, all made by Carter Enterprises. If you are familiar with handheld thumb button releases, you're probably familiar with Carter. Carter makes an awesome release, really durable, really nice sear mechanisms, really crisp, and they're just known to be, absolutely bomb-proof. So we have some new ones in the gear shop. The first one that I have right here is the 3-finger first choice. This is very similar to the Too Simple, if you're familiar with that release. The difference between the Too Simple and the first choice is you've got a slightly longer neck. I actually find it to be a little bit more comfortable in my hand. I like the length of that head in my hand. You can see you've got the larger barrel that Carter is known for. All of their releases come with this larger barrel. It is adjustable slightly. You can run it through either the top hole or the bottom hole here if you want to get a lower grip. The thing that makes this a nice release for a bow hunter is the locking mechanism for it. So you're simply going to slide that over your D-loop and push in the locking mechanism. So it's one motion and it's going to lock. You don't have to worry about clasping that over with a 3rd finger. It's a very simple and easy release to hook up to a D-loop. It will stay closed. You can hang that from your D-loop if you're in a tree stand or a ground blind. It is adjustable for tension, so the amount of tension that it takes, you can adjust that to either as hot as you want it or a little bit slower if you want to use some true back tension and pull to activate that release. It does have a hole here in the locking mechanism that you can use to run a lanyard through if you want to secure that around your wrist so you don't drop it or lose it. Once again, that's the 3-finger, it's a thumb button release. That's the Carter first choice. The next one I have for you is a 4-finger model called the Insatiable 2 Plus. This one does not have the self-locking mechanism that the Too Simple does that I just highlighted. You do have to set that with the trigger here on the back and then use your 3rd finger to loop that up and over your D-loop. It's just an added step. I personally don't find it annoying at all. It's easy to use once you get used to it. I really like the way this 4-finger release fits in my hand. You can see you've got the index finger hole, which gives you some added security. You're going to run your finger through that. It's got a slightly swept back ergonomic shape for your hand. I actually like a 4-finger release. I like that added purchase I get with my pinky. When you're using back tension to activate your release and pull through, I really kind of like that 4-finger tension, just a little bit of added tension to help you pull through and activate your release. This Insatiable 2 is also adjustable for trigger tension, so you can adjust that whether you want it hot or slower if you're using more back tension. It does have a couple of places also for the thumb button. Very easy to adjust the tension. Same with the Too Simple. You're just going to use that right here in the back. It's got a Allen wrench that comes with it to make that adjustment to get a nice custom fit for yourself and your setup. Once again, this is the Carter Insatiable 2. It's a really nice 4-finger release. I think probably this is one of the more comfortable releases in my hand. The last one I have for you is the Carter Addiction, the Chocolate Addiction. We carry the 3-finger version. This is the 4-finger version of the same release. You can see it's a little bit bigger, so if you got bigger hands, it's actually slightly bigger than the Insatiable 2 for a 4-finger. It's a pretty comfortable release. If you got larger hands, this is a great 4-finger model. The Carter Chocolate Addiction, these are more adjustable. You can see you've got 2 areas where you can adjust the travel of these triggers. You can rotate it forward here. You can get a bunch of different varieties to fit your individual hand here. This actually comes with a spring kit that you can use to adjust the tension and the travel. So the travel being the amount of distance this trigger has to move to activate, and also the amount of tension. So the how hard you have to push on this release to get it to activate. So it's adjustable both ways, travel and tension. The locking mechanism on these Chocolate Addictions makes it really nice for a bow hunter. All you're going to do is simply push this back lever in. That's going to lock the release. Once again, similar to the other 2, once that's set on a D-loop, this release can hang free, will not fire or go off unless you actually hit the trigger. So it's great for spot and stock, ground blinds, tree stands. It's a really nice little release for that. The Chocolate Addiction, you can see, also has a hole in the locking lever there for a lanyard that you can run around your wrist. That's a nice feature of all three of these releases, that you can do that so you don't drop or lose your release. The Carter Chocolate Addiction is well known. I mean, it's well established with bow hunters that are wanting to use a thumb button release. I think this locking mechanism, this back lever, makes it a really nice and easy option for a Western hunter. It's easy to get hooked up to your D-loop. So these are 3 brand new releases that we have in our gear shop from Carter Enterprise. These are the Chocolate Addiction 4-finger. We do sell a 3-finger version of the same release. Also the Insatiable 2 4-finger, which is a personal favorite of mine. I really like the way that fits in your hand. It's a super comfortable release. Again, thumb button release, just gonna lock in, use your back tension to pull through and get that to activate. Really like that Insatiable too. And then also the Carter First Choice, just a longer neck version of the 2 Simple. It's a really nice self-locking mechanism on that release. Again, 3 brand new releases that we carry from Carter. If you're looking to transition or even just pick up a new thumb button activated release, a lot of us are. Now's a great time to get into that during the preseason, learn to shoot those before we get into hunting season in the fall. If you guys have questions about these new Carter releases or any releases that we carry in the gear shop, feel free to drop a comment below. You can also reach out to us via telephone. I'd be happy to answer any questions that you got. We would love it if you would like and subscribe to our channel. Once again, this is the Carter Chocolate Addiction 4-finger, the Insatiable 2 Plus, and the Carter First Choice.